Hey everybody, here DXUN, and I wanted to make a quick video about the latest build of the test server for the alpha for Legion. What we got so far is quite a lot of information, a lot of changes, some bigger than others. Again, I'm not going to go through every single one of them because that would be a very, very long, boring show. I'm just going to go with the stuff that really struck me out. The first one was Ankh, or Reincarnation for Shamans, which now, when you use it, it basically gives you 20% health instead of 50, which I think is fairly low. Again, if you think about like mythic raiders and stuff like that, like you get into like, you know, if you're not paying attention at all or whatever, you could be actually dead in like a split second. So 50% would allow at least a heal maybe or two. 20% I think is a bit pushing. Maybe in the middle of that, maybe 35. I don't know. I think 20 is, like I said, a little bit low. Lots and lots of new mounts and also some new sets. I'm showing this right now. The top one on top of the screen is this one here is the Shaman set, which I don't mind it. I just don't like the actual headpiece. Find that to be a little ugly, but I like the shoulders and I like the belt. If there is indeed a belt, there's also kind of like a wolf-ish face on the chest piece. Again, pretty good details, not too bad. I mean, I think it's good overall. I just don't like the helmet. But again, everybody's got their different opinions. Now the Druid set, I thought it was phenomenal. 4 different variants of it. But I like that they made a one that looks like an alliance kind of druid, not like a tree all the time. Really like the details with the howl face and the nice feathers on the sides. Still got some elements of druids, but it doesn't quite. It's not like a freaking tree. Every time it's a tree, but this one is not. So I really thought it was great, and the different colors, to go back to it there, makes it so that you can have like a horde more set, and then an alliance set, and then a couple other sets as well. I mean, I really dig that. Good, really good set. Probably one of their best ones in a long time. A lot of people were commenting on that on Reddit, and it was all positive feedback for that set. I also got the model viewer for the Vrykul females. I don't think that there's going to be a race coming or anything like a new playable race, but it's. I think a lot of people would like to play a Vrykul, to be honest. But again, who knows? We'll see what they do. It seems like there's bad and good Vrykuls. Maybe they could put a race in there. Who knows? And you know, they've announced a lot of stuff also as about Legion, but you would think that they would keep a few surprises. So maybe that is one of those. I don't know. Again, just speculating here. Lots of new mounts, corgis, which not a fan, but I know a lot of people will be dying to try these two for sure. And then the fox. I don't mind the fox. I just don't like the color. I wish it was darker. Hopefully, there's more than one type of fox that you can get. This is, I think, just a mob. If it's a pet, maybe, I don't know. It looks freaking awesome. I love it. Looks pretty cool. It is called a arcane anomaly. Again, a few more pets, celestial pets, which is the baby hippo and then a rabbit. Then you have, this is a different, I guess, model for Gul'dan, who looks somehow younger, or I don't know, revigorated, or whatever you want to call it. But he will be obviously in Legion as one of the bosses of, I think, the first raid. Anyways, don't quote me on that, but I think that's where it is. More mounts, fish mount. Really like it. I think it's different than what we've had so far, and to me that's great. I just, you know, we're gonna cover that later, but you'll see what I think when you cover the same stuff over and over again. It becomes very, very old. Hey, there it is. Kodos. Like, I did not need more Kodo mounts. I'm sorry, I just didn't. I thought we had way the fuck too many to begin with, but now we have even more. But I guess if you're a Kodo fan, you're gonna be a pretty happy guy because there's more. The dragon. That's the new dragon model. They kind of showed us in one of their presentations for BlizzCon, except it wasn't the exact same one. Like, this one is more like a undead one. The other one was It might have been the same guy, but maybe there's two faces. I don't know. It was very. It was like chalk color, or I mean, it gray, dark gray kind of color. So, and it was the same kind of frame, except it was filled. Obviously, it was a skeleton. So, but I guess we'll see. But I like it. I don't like this one, but I like the other one better. I like the one filled up. I don't know why, but I do. I'm sure some Dead Knights or some Warlocks or classes like that will enjoy that mount, though. If it is a mount, it might not be. It might be a boss. It says Nightmare Drake. It's probably just a mob in the Nightmare, because they have a few other ones. I'm not gonna go through all of those. Rat mount, which we don't see the tail of. I hope there's a long tail behind as you're running with this mount. Kind of creepy looking, but I like it. Again, it's different, not like what we've seen so far, like rehashed a different way. Just something that we don't have, which I like. Turtle. That one was a rehash, but it does look quite a bit different than the other turtles that we got from future expansions. So I might actually use that one. We'll see. Especially at the beginning of Legion when we don't have flying, and actually ground mounts are going to be at their premiums as far as coolness. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I like this turtle. Pretty good looking. More. I did not see this one actually. What is this? Some different mob tree botanist. We've seen those models before. It's just the color is a little different. Oh, the wolf, mechano wolf mount. I am not a big fan of that one, but again, everybody, I'm sure some people will love it for what it is. You know, probably some goblin engineering or something, and some more stuff. Again, not gonna go through everything here, just going through quickly. So again, that's what they showed us as far as new models. This is all picked obviously from MMO Champion. You can always go and check them out at www.mmo/tachchampion.com, and you will find a lot of all the latest stuff on Legion is posted there for sure. But again, to go back again, Ankh, like I was mentioning earlier, 20% health instead of 50%, so they nerfed it 30%. I don't know why exactly, although there's some pretty good indicators of that with other things as well. Ghost Wolf and Travel Form have been changed as well. So let's go to where they actually mention it, so that I can actually give you straight up from the text. If I can find it, here we go. So Ghost Wolf grants an additional 60% movement speed. This movement speed bonus will not be granted if Ghost Wolf is activated while in combat, which makes sense, right? You don't want somebody to go at fucking mount speed as soon when they're in combat, because then that would be really a big advantage and really unfair to everybody else. This effect is disabled indoors, so you can't go with the 60%. I don't know actually if they remove Ghost Wolf period inside. I don't think they do. I think they just remove the 60% there. Again, I might need a little bit of clarifications. They do remove it in battlegrounds and in arenas, but I think you can still do it. So, yeah, I think it's the 60% that they just allow you to go at the slower speed that they had before, which makes sense, right? That's what they built all the PvP based on. If you can run if you can just go Ghost Wolf and go mount speed and lose everybody in the dust, yeah, Shamans would be a little too OP. Not that they're not already. So yeah, so as soon as you go inside an instance or a battleground or an arena, you lose that speed buff, that extra speed buff to it. And cannot be combined with other speed increases. So you cannot use like a speed pod, like a potion of swiftness, something like that, and go beyond that, because you got to remember you're not on a mount, you're actually just yourself just changing form. So, and they're doing the same thing with travel form for druids, which I think is, like I said, I love it. Like if you're not in combat and you use that thing, it's like you're on a mount. Like it should be that way. So as long as you're not in PvP or in PvE situations, like inside instances. So again, really good thing. They also did something with the Death Knights that struck me a little bit, which was trying to find where it is. there's a couple of things, but anyways, you'll be able to spawn a summon a Valkyr to assist you in combat with a 3-minute cooldown. Sounds pretty cool, and that's obviously going to be for the unholy spec, I believe. So, I'm trying to find the other thing. Oh yeah, Death's Flight. So it's new and pulls yourself to the location of a friendly player or pet. So basically, it's kind of like a reversed Death Grip, where you target a friend or a pet and you go to them, which is kind of cool. I like that. I like the mobility aspect being increased a little bit for the Death Knight, because I mean, compared to a warrior or even a paladin with like the speed buffs that they get, like they're a little slow, so that will help. It'll keep up with people. And in PvP, it'll be pretty big as well. When they need to get away from situations and stuff, they can actually pull back to their healer and then get out of sight. So that's actually a pretty good talent. That's gonna change a lot of things for Death Knights overall, especially in PvP. So yeah, those were the big things that really struck out. The other thing was the massive amounts of changes to all the tanks and the healers. All that cooldown seems to have been nerfed. So they're either longer or they're not as efficient. But what I think they're trying to do is, for the beginning of the expansion, to make it so that it's really, really important that you use those cooldowns at specific spots in the dungeon especially. I'm not talking about raids, because it will be in raids as well for certain guilds, but most people by then will be so geared that it won't really be as big an issue as others. But again, the beginning of the expansion, it has to be a little bit harder. It's too easy. It should never be that easy, because if it's too easy to start, then it becomes like you roll through the expansion too fast, and then after that you end up with what you saw with Drowned, where everybody's done, and then there's like months and months with nothing going on, or very little going on, because you've done everything and everything was too easy to get there. So I think like ramping things up, making it harder. Remember like the good old days of the glorious days of TBC? I hope that's what they're trying to recreate a little bit, where it really is not that easy, and you have, especially when you go into heroic mode for those, it was really tough. And I mean, sure, there's going to be a lot of heartaches, especially for LFG, LFR tools and all that stuff, because people will go there, and then once people do not answer the bell, or they're not doing what they're supposed to do, you know that kick button is going to go like crazy. But if you have a guild and you're running with guildies, that's basically, as always going to be your best option. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Not much on this one, but again, just wanted to summarize a little bit of what I saw there, because again, just in case you didn't see, but like it's a wall attacks basically. And this is all like just yesterday, so lots and lots and lots of reading. Again, I went through almost all of it, and yeah, that's what I basically struck me out for this build. Again, they also added a lot of some of the classes. There's still some that are still left to be done as far as specific specs, but again, they're going in the right way. They're really working hard, and hopefully they bring back my Reonk to fucking 50%. I want 50. I don't want or 35. Please, let's make a deal, man. Anyways, see you guys later. Again, you can always follow me on Twitter at DXUN54. Also on YouTube at DXUN54 all letters, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/DXUN54. Again, thanks for watching.